Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Welcome to a brand new series on iRacing for this week, the BMW M4 Nürburgring Cup. Of course, I'm joking, it's not a brand new series, we're just doing the Nürburgring, and this week, the cars of choice are the GT4s. And you would think if there are multiple cars to choose from in a series, they'd be pretty closely matched. But as you probably guessed, there's one car that stands out this week, the BMW M4. Now, I've got to ask a question. How have iRacing got the BOP so wrong? I know there are certain cars that are strong at certain tracks, and in the real world, you've just got to suck it up and deal with it. But on a simulator or video game, then surely they would make changes to make every car competitive. Because not everybody owns the BMW M4, but you might own another GT4. And it was the same before the Daytona 24. All of a sudden, the BMW was incredible. Maybe BMW have been shelling out the cash. But, of course, there was no way we were going to drive the BMW, and we've chosen a car that not many people are driving, the Porsche Cayman. And to make things even tougher, we haven't qualified. And to make things even tougher again, the strength of field for this race is 3.9k. But the objective is to finish in front of a BMW. But before we jump on track, I want to say thank you to today's video sponsor, Acertech Sim Sports. Now, as you know, I've been running an Acertech Invicta wheelbase on my main rig for some time, and on the rig I'm on now, I'm running the Acertech Forte. And don't tell Acertech Sim Sports I said this, but the Forte is just as good as the Invicta, but doesn't cost as much. And Acertech are just releasing their blacked out version of the La Prima Formula steering wheel and the button boxes. So if you weren't a fan of the orange buttons, now you can get them all blacked out, nice and stealthy. So if you are thinking of buying anything from Acertech Sim Sports, make sure you follow the link down below in the description. Use the code DaveCam and you'll get 5% off. That's a few quid if you're buying a wheelbase. But thanks to the legends at Acertech Sim Sports for sponsoring this video. So, on with the race. 3 laps around the Nürburgring Nordschleife in the Porsche Cayman, up against 4 million BMWs, starting all the way at the back. Or, I meant to say, I may or may not kill a real-life racing driver. But let's not talk about that too much.
There we go.
Catch up to car number 16.
The BMW Cup. There we go. Right.
Have fun, good luck.
Catch up to car number 16.
Right. Oh my word. I don't know if you can hear what I can hear.
That's better.
You need to catch up to the guy ahead.
I'd pressed one of the pads on the roadcaster, turned myself into a robot.
Okay, Dave, here we go.
There we go.
Go.
Guy behind was sleeping a little bit there. Things aren't quite set up how I want them on this rig.
The car in front is Barrio, car number 24, B license, and their rating is 2.6. Good start, mate.
Pretty darn fast. Met him at the Sim Racing Expo a couple of years ago. Lovely guy. Right, are we up any or down any or what? I think we're... Is it the same? Are we up? We might be up actually. So I'm racing in my slippers, folks. That's how I roll. in 2025.
Kish, car
Racing in
number
my
2
slippers.
is leading the race.
I'm that laid back. I'm that chilled out. Look at all those BMWs on the standings though. That tells you something's wrong, doesn't it?
Okay, Dave, don't let this guy distract you.
That tells you when the BOP's wrong. The Merc will throw himself off track somewhere. Merc will do Merc things. Can't really go anywhere here. So I presume the BMW is just like super strong in a straight line.
Make him do all the work. Focus on your exits.
Yeah, 60 is not even worth anything.
Left side. Still there.
The worst
Hold your
place to
line.
overtake.
He's still there. Clear left. There's an incident
Sorry,
in
Elias.
Post Natal. We think it might be Elias.
We'll have a look at that after the race. As much as I love Elias, you play with feathers, you get your ass tickled. He sent it in there on a really awkward position, which we could have done without. So we'll have a look after the race. I maybe could have held it tighter, but I think I was pretty tight. Right, we need to get our head down now. Try and catch up. Tyres are still pretty darn cold. I do feel bad. You might think I don't feel bad, but I do. I feel really bad. Oh, God, come on, tyres. So we're out of draft now. So we're going to get dumped in a straight line. See how much that BMW catches us on the straight. It was 1.9 at the start of the Dottinger Hohe. Let's see what that comes down to.
The gap to 21st. Behind is increasing. It's now 1.4.
Surely not. Yeah. So that's where the BMW is strong, folks.
Yellow flag. There's an incident in Chicane Hohenrhein. It looks like Ramirez.
So we're going to have to just try and make up that shortfall on the twisty bits.
B19, 2 to go.
I thought RaceLab was inaccurate then, you know, with the timings with the on the relative. Then I've looked at the relative on my right hand side and it's exactly the same. You know, because you close the gap so quickly. I thought there's no way. I can't believe.
The gap ahead is now 1.7.
I thought there was interference on the other microphone, so I quickly pulled out the other microphone that I've got connected to the roadcaster, thinking that it was like some kind of weird echo. Pro streamer me, you know. I'm a professional. I know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, no wonder everybody's driving the BMW. If it's that kind of advantage. Only an idiot wouldn't.
The gap to Wallace behind is now 1.4 seconds.
Don't any more instant points, please. And we need that guy well out of draft behind.
All right, Dave, you're reeling. Barrier in. The gap is 1.5.
So I presume Elias is dead. Can't see him on the standings. If we can get into draft, then we might be able to have a go somewhere, but without draft, we're screwed. Right, Antonio made a mistake there, which is give us a little bit of a sniff. Traction is good coming out the turns in the Porsche though.
Barrier in. The gap's now 0.9.
followed him out then. Making a couple of mistakes. As am I. A bit better this time. Well, we don't want to overdrive this last section because we need that draft. But we do want him to overdrive. He's still got draft though.
The gap in front is now 1.0 seconds.
Should have turned in a bit earlier there. Right. I think the gap's increasing. I don't think we, yeah, the gap's increasing.
The leader's just done a 6:58.7.
Mental.
The gap to Wallace behind is now 1.1 seconds.
Mental.
Okay, Dave, you're halfway home. Your fuel is fine. One more lap to go.
I mean, we are so far off the pace, and like, I'm not blowing my own trumpets, but I'm not hanging around. You know, I'm driving this car as quick as I possibly can. You know, I'm not just messing around here. Just so off the pace. Like I said, only an idiot wouldn't choose the BMW.
The gap to P18 ahead is now 1.3.
It's like taking a knife to a gunfight, isn't it? If there was more turns, we would catch up. If there wasn't as many straight bits. We need more turny bits and less straighty bits. I don't even think we would have any chance, you know, if we had draft to overtake him at the end of the lap. I really don't. It would have been interesting to see how Elias got on, you know, like a
3 seconds.
somebody that can actually drive in the Porsche. Just see what they could do with it. Bit of a train here, so the chances of catching up are slim unless something happens. Bop, 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 bop. Right, let's not mess up the carousel.
Okay, Dave, you've used half your fuel. The gap in front is now 0.9.
I can't push any more than this, you know. The only place the Porsche feels good is on the exit of slow speed turns. It's got really good traction. We've dropped off Kevin though. Bye everyone. Bye bye. A little bit more draft this lap though. See if anything happens at the end. Where's the yellow flag? Tough race, but the strength of field is 3.9k, I suppose.
We're done.
Really tough. Let's have a look, see what happened with Elias. See if we could have done anything differently and prevented it. Right, before we look at the carnage, let's have a look at what happened with me and Elias. So we go too wide through here. Bit of a sketchy moment. And then we go too wide through the next right. And that's when we make contact. What could we have done differently? So, firstly, let's have a look at this. So, when he sends it up the inside, you can see I adjust my car and give him a little bit of extra room because I know how sketchy it is to go through there too wide. And then on the next turn, it just closes in a little bit too much. I mean, there's not much room for me to go into, and netcode plays a huge part. I think we still would have made contact if there wasn't any netcode. So I do run a little bit wide here. You can see my front right where the white line is. So I am naturally pushing wide, but it's a right-hand turn. That's always going to happen. So that's why you need to leave that extra room when you're trying to overtake around the outside. But it's a high-speed turn, and this is always going to happen in these kind of scenarios. In my opinion, just a racing incident, maybe slightly more on me because my car understeered slightly. But that's always going to happen. Right, on with the rest of the carnage. Right, so something happened at the start, didn't it? Well, he got walloped at the start. Oh, that's what happened. People just a bit too keen. Yeah, that'll do it. This is us. Yeah, I think if there was no netcode, we probably still would have made contact. And then I noticed Elias later on with no rear wing. I don't know what happened there, so there might be another incident. Oh, there it is. Just fell off. Ouch. That would have hurt, wouldn't it, in real life? That would have stung. Oh. Lucky that barrier was there. Uh-oh. Oh, he almost kept out of the barrier. And that is it. Blimey. Right, let's have a look at the results. So there were 7 splits for this race. This was the top split. The strength of field was 3,995. So we gained 0.07 safety rating, but we lost a whopping 41 iRating. So Norby got the win, Lucas P2 and Thomas P3. We finished all the way down here, P19, car number 11 started P22. Our fastest lap, a 7:03.6. That's the best we could do, and 2 incident points. So who was the biggest winner? Right. So we've got a 42. We've got a 57. Yep, 57 from Masahiro Kubota. He gained 57 for finishing P11. And the biggest loser is Alvaro Ramirez, he finished dead last. He lost 86. So there we go. Started P22, finished P19. Safety rating gain, but an I rating loss. The I rating loss was always on the card because the Porsche Cayman has got nothing for the BMW. It's actually a little bit embarrassing. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I don't know how iRacing gets this so wrong. These BOP should be changed every single week to make sure every car is within a few tenths. I had draft. I was driving as fast as I could. I mean, I know I'm not the quickest driver, but I can get around the Nordschleife okay. And I was about 4-5 seconds off the pace. And because of that, I won't do another one of these this week. I refuse to drive the BMW because everybody's driving it. If I wanted to race in a one-make series, I'd drive in the Ferrari Challenge or the F4. What's the point of putting the whole class in the Ringmeister series if only one of them is capable of winning? But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Have you driven any of the cars in the Ringmeister series this week? And how did you get on? Let me know down below. So if you did like the video, please remember, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, please consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great week. See you later. Cheers.